Hello! Hello! Hello. I don't know why I slammed the entire fucking mic. Hello, hi! How's everyone doing? Hope you all are doing well. We're here, we're back. We are back in the court, well, not in the courtroom yet, but you know, we're on our way towards the courtroom, I guess. We are on our way back to the courtroom. It is time for Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. We are once again invited into the courtroom. I love how it just like cuts off. I should like find a loop of this, like a proper loop of this. Hold on, I need my browser open actually, because you know the docs still don't work on OBS. The fucking docs still don't work on OBS, at least on Wayland. But that's just magic. But yeah, we're here. We are booting up the video game. We are going back to court and see. Maybe we finish the game tonight. Maybe I don't know how well I'm gonna get through the court case. Given it's like the final one of a trilogy, it might be a lot longer. It might be a lot longer because now with like the second investigation phase, and then you know, we're gonna have fun. Can you game please like load properly? Thank you. So I don't know how long this is gonna take. I don't know how long this is gonna take. That's alright. But that's alright. Fucking. There you go. And do a bit of this. Do a bit of that. And hello! Alright, cool. Does this work? No, the audio doesn't work yet. Hang on. The audio doesn't work yet. Now! Haha! Haha! We're going back to the murder bridge. February 9, 3:43 AM. Hardy Clinic, intensive care unit. Oh yeah, I'm still fucked. No, I'm still up at this hour apparently. Reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's still the first case my mentor Mia Fey had ever handed under the law of court. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within these pages. Dahlia Hoffman. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head's on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow. Back at the murder bridge. 2:43 PM, Dusky Bridge. Right, are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in artist speak. Actually, my fever's gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing to worry. I had the fucking... It's another fun one. It's not a fun unit type things, right? So... When I was at work at some point, I was checking onto like some fucking, you know, just doing general like looking at server status, right? and then at some point, I saw like one server temperature being like 90 degrees, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? Why is this thing overheating to shit? It was like somewhere between like 90 and 100 degrees, and I'm like, why is this fucking server melting? So I went down, right? I went down to the fucking server room and fucking checked the temperature. I was like, wait, this is alright. Why is this alright? And then I thought the fucking like thermostat sensor was broken. Went back up. Nah. The fucking thing was just measuring in Fahrenheit. And I was like, what do you mean this is measuring in Fahrenheit? Or Fahrenheit if we ask the Americans, yeah. But yeah, the fucking server temperature was measured in Fahrenheit, and I got very confused about that. But the thing is, it didn't show it. It didn't show the fucking degree F. To be fair, it didn't show Celsius either. But I just assumed being like, wait, this thing's fucking on fire. Turns out it was on fire. I was just like, oh. Thanks, America. Thanks, America, with your fucking Fahrenheit shit. Actually, thank the world for having different units. Couldn't we just like establish one set? But nah. We couldn't have just established one set of fucking units. Nah. Because the thing is, I don't even like I don't fucking blame neither Europe nor fucking America at this point. Because if we only had one, there wouldn't even be another one to complain about. So it's just like, you know, everyone has that in their fucking heads. But nah. Couldn't have been some fucking like island state that use it either. I don't know. Do people still measure in stone? Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shichishito did not deliver the deadly blow. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't worry about a thing, pal. I'll take up the murder weapon myself or leave my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That's probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or another. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, Wright. Take care. Okay, bye! Guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I've got to get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across the other side. Yeah, that's right. Maya's still stuck over the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thanks, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Okay, bye. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Now let's see. That's a phone. Now, Sakura Temple doesn't have a single private phone line, and there aren't any houses in the area, so I guess Bikini is the only one who can use this. I really wish I had brought my cell phone with me. No, it really is more of a dusty bridge than a dusky bridge. That kidnapping incident happened here 11 years ago, so maybe it's cursed too. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Which reminds me, if my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that to the main hall. Looks like someone's taking the effort to write to Heavenly Hall on the signpost. Looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there, but I can't see Vienna Temple from here. I really hope Maya's okay. Well, let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, let's check out the main gate first. Asakura Temple. Oh, please, it's for God's sake, I swear. There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the hero in here. The hero in my book, I'll make you famous. Ah! Enough. Oh boy. A fool's fool to foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? Wait a second, I know you. You're, ow! Your reflexes and mine need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up and you want me to grill me over a name? Francie, you can't do that. Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse, isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick, tell her, won't you?
Tell her she needs the model for my new picture book, Francis Whippity Whip Trip. Ah! Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says, I'm telling you the truth, I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you, whoosh, like, that's the dude with the red underwear. I think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize.
Off he goes. Huh. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Felix, right? Hey, what's poppin'? Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh joy, sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I gave a promising career in Germany to came to... Revenge! But since I was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13, my father was a legendary prosecutor, Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he's gone from his world. Oh, he's dead. You're telling me he's dead? Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father. Phoenix, Wright, you will fall before me, this I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yep, crystal clear. So about today's trial? In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth, come to think of it. Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. Oh shit, is it ads? Well, in that case, I'll just take a sip. I wish it would tell me how long it goes, and not just like, you know, that it goes. But, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how OBS is, to be fair. So. Ooh, sorry. That's just how. No, why am I saying OBS? It's fucking Twitch. It's not even OBS's fault. OBS did nothing wrong. For once. OBS did nothing wrong for once. So, yeah. We'll just wait a moment. Of course, the one moment of fucking game music is gone. It's just like when I'm waiting, but that's just how it be. That's just how it be. Right. Oh no, never mind. I see it. Oh, never mind. Twitch does show it. Okay. It could just like gave me the entire like a progress bar or something, and it's just like it starts now. It ends in X minutes. It's like, huh? That's fucked. That's fucked. That is a bit weird, but you know that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Anyway, she's so openly hostile. It's almost kind of cute. Go! No smirking. No whipping the sick. That foolish fool doing such a foolishly favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistakes, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing and one thing only, to pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some cold killer eggs, you know. What happened? I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross the burning bridge, did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was I have to get across. Gah. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Youngster said he let me know once the bridge was repaired.
Maya, she's got to be okay, I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the temple that night. Okay, bye! Emperor or something. Hey, check out this funny orb. I refuse to help you, Phoenix Wright. Okay, fine. So about the image. You know anything about Godot? Okay. I was just hoping. Tell me about yourself. No. Fine, I'm leaving then. Jeez. No need to imply this much violence to a man. The main hall. That was one long sigh. Oh, Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it. Huh. There's an acolyte stuck at Vienna Temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any Cyclops, so she must be telling the truth, right? So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know, that artist who testified after me? Oh yeah, Larry. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble and nothing else. Both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth. That can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, he met Iris at the Inn Temple, is that correct? That's right, I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room at Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya stuck all by herself at the Inn Temple. I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at, winter's especially bad. I'll bet, the training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the entire training hall. Well, we've got to get Maya out of there fast! But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. Like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river and the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either. Oh dear! Yes, I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise Dunim. Oh, I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. No. I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again, Sister Bikini. I notice you always refer to Miss Dunham as Mystic Elise. Oh! Yes. Now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes the experience feel authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Oh? 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 Nah, she lives here. Elise fucking lives here. Huh. Seems Mr. Lee's denim was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Mr. Nim on the evening of the murder, now she's vanished. So it got to be connected somehow. So what Pearl? Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh man, my head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Pearls. She was with Mr. Nim on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? Surely it didn't. Hopefully it didn't. According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on. Keep calm. There's only one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe, tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. Into the courtyard. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that yet have to be found. The Shito, it's there in Mr. Gami's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't a murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. Hey, look at the staff. Mr. Nim's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of the Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? This tiny, like, print in the snow confuses me, but I guess it's nothing. Main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. And it's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Mr. Nim was pushed from the top of the wall? I'll investigate the ladder. They got quite a bit of snow up here on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun, they're tools for getting around. But the sled, now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. That building up there is main hall. That was where we were staying. It's kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms are above me on ground floor. Apparently Mr. Nim was staying in the corner room. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. Potentially. Can I investigate the ladder? No. Anything else? Or just the lamp? There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around this courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now, since Iris can't be here. Since Iris is wanted for murder. Murder. Yo, what's this tiny hole over there? Nothing I'm allowed to look at. Okay, let's get out of here. Hey! What was that jarring and considerably loud yell? This is why you've been keeping nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well, then I'll come along with you and... Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. Ah! It's been a while, Scruffy. Ah, it's... Miss Karma! Ah! Sister, please leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to do. As you work to pin the guilt on Iris. What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Ow! That hurts, you know. Silence! I, Franziska von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she?
Well, back to the bridge. Wait, move it. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh, Mr. Nick, that voice. Pearls! Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick! So you were here ever since that night? I was so lonely I thought I was going to die. When I woke up in the morning and saw the dusky bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? Must have been very trying for you, little girl. Yeah, you're, I'm Francisco von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well... I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Savage! Fucking wrecked him. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Looks like Pearl's words are getting under his skin. Huh. Ow! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Hey, Pegasus, how's it going? My throat hurts. Anyway, Pearls? Weren't you with Maya? I'm sorry, it's all my fault. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya! Hey, wait, Pearls! She just ran off. Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearl's acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. I guess I better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. Yes, the fucking wire snapped. Phoenix Wright. What? Why would you stop calling me by full name like that? Was this once the prosperous port? A port? Yes, that metal hook is the mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that! That's an anchor for one of the wires that is used to hold up the bridge. I think the wire that was tied to this probably snapped when the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here. Don't get smart with you, Phoenix Wright. You love her. She's crazy. She's certainly an individual. But I didn't say anything! Okay, so this wire snapped. Now we're sure of it. You can see Dusky Bridge from here. It's an unusually long bridge, isn't it? I would say it's about 20 yards. I guess the gorge is too wide to cross without a piece of rope or wire, huh? Therefore, no one has crossed the gorge in either direction since the night of the murder. She's crazy, can't fix it, but she's very silly. She is kind of silly. She's just a silly German woman with a fucking whip. Whimsical, you mean whipsical? I'm sorry. A simple yet sound deduction, wouldn't you say, Phoenix Wright? Yeah, thanks? Look at all those Buddha statues lined up along this path. Phoenix Wright, do you think this is how many siblings the head nun has? Huh. Why don't you ask her next time you see her? You know what? I think I will. And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. Hey look, it's an incinerator! There's a weird smell coming from the incinerator. The door's also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty! How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Francisco von Karma? I seem to remember. Wasn't it closed? It was closed, like snowed over. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix Wright, it's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. Rude ass.
Oh, the gate's open. There's a little gate that leads to the garden. There's no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix Wright. What are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway. And what harm could come of it? What? But it says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say whatever? Why is she so silly all of a sudden? That's got nothing to do with anything, and who told you that? Why is she so silly during investigations? This must be the door that leads to the inner temple, where Maya Fey was training on the night of the murder. Yep, there's a solitary room there called the training hall. You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix Wright. Ow! You're completely out of shape. I don't know how much more of this woman I can take. She cray-cray. Anything else around here? Oh, there's trees, and there's a signpost. The sign says Inner Temple. I don't know how you're reading it, but it's incomprehensible to me. Actually, I can't read it either. Feigning comprehension is a very good habit to have, Phoenix Wright. She looks really happy to finally call me on something. Man, what's her deal with me? Into training hall we go. A psych lock on the door? Huh? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here for training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that? A strange lock. Wasn't that 2 days ago? This whole room is really giving us some strange vibes. Yeah, first of all, someone fucked with the painting. What do you think the yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... Huh. A woman. I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy. What's the matter? This scroll, it's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes, there's a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why the scroll? Updated. Anything else change? No. Actually, it's like straight up splattered the fucking thing. The scroll shows a picture of Misty Faye, master of the Crane Village channeling technique, but why would anyone cover it in gravy? I can't make out what's drawn in the scroll at all. I'll never understand you Americans and your so-called artists. Artists? Yeah. This door. I was here 2 days ago. That weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside the cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psych lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this. Oh shit, Mr. Oh, what are you doing here? Prosecutor Godot? I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up to the trial today? Huh. I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough. I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What can be more important than a trial? Who's the wild mare, Wright? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Huh. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Ooh! Ooh, that's a declaration of war. Just who do you think you are? This case is my... Hey, Philly, know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once, Lady von Whipperberg. Go home. Phoenix Wright! What are you hitting me for? Huh. You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, trite. What? Huh? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger or is it sorrow? You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. Return from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustments of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So you mean that mask you wear is? This ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Huh? Me? Yeah, Trite, you. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and who ended it for me. Well, Phoenix Wright, do you? I don't know shit! Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tucked at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Earlier you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly? We're in a temple here on the side of Dusky Bridge's nice little island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Missing? As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. What? Huh? But that's impossible. She came here that night and... I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where's that? The sacred cavern on the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore. So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequency falls below freezing. Even if she weren't there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best. No! Which means, Trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death. You fool! That's the situation. Why aren't you there with a search party right now? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the bigger lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trite, once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me? And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. Huh? It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man, but she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy personally. Sure, Miss Fey's murderer was caught, but that won't bring her back. Well, no, but... You were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well then, I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you've let her sister suffer the same fate. I haven't sentenced Maya to death. No! What is this peculiar looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It will be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break the lock open would, well, let's just say the inner temple and the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well, then I dare suggest the obvious solution of opening off the key. Huh. Sure, just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. There's no keyhole? That's right, an interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it. Then who was it? Simple, the accused. What, Iris? When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was in training in here. Huh. Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock? I hope she gets here soon. Hang on, Maya, we'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godot! How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred chamber somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You better start praying. You better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. Okay, buddy. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix, right? That's what everyone else says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Well, I guess I just have to do what I can do for now. Yeah, but what if I... What if I use this? What if I just use the fucking Magatama? Antique dresser. Don't you dare open it, Phoenix, right? Now if I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things. What a pity. It's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes. I thought we weren't opening it! I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything, except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Oh, blankets. Look at those wafer-thin mattresses. I'm sorry, Phoenix, right? Wafer-thin. Yeah, you know, thin like a wafer. In other words, uncomfortable. That's how we describe things like these mattresses. I guess you must say wafer thick or something back in Germany. Not about these mattresses, certainly not. Huh? Let's get out of here. I shouldn't. Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Oh shit! Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ah, my brain. This is driving me nuts. Ah! Is something troubling you, Scruffy? Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir. It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder with my whip. So what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal? Perhaps you were trying to decide if you'd wanted to watch Vadorf or not. How do you know, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? I kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy? Kind of a garden-like garden. A garden? Yeah, anyway, it's on investigation now, so keep out. I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Isn't normally the other way around? Well, I'll see you later. So... shall we join to this garden, Phoenix, right? Of course, what else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking about washing off. Into the garden we go! Oh shit!
that Maya written on the wall? It's Maya written on the wall, but like upside down. Huh. There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Strange feeling. Forget about that! What's that strange writing on the stone lantern? Ah! What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here. Don't you know, Scruffy? Avant Karma will always show up wherever there's a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here. But... So before I talk to you... What the heck is that? Oh, you spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says Maya. Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood. You will answer all of our questions now, Scruffy, without exception. Yes, sir. Well, fuck. Hey, what's that charm? It's a charm or something poking out from the snow. Looks pretty old. There's a little leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently it belonged to the victim. To Miss Elise Denim. Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on this charm match exactly. Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Train Master's Talisman? Master's Talisman? A little lantern, a little statue. It is certainly a quaint little garden. Oh. What is that huge bowl over there for? Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it? Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in this bowl has been frozen. That's true. And where does this have any impact on the case? Well, I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kind of sleepy. Ah! Next time you're sleepy, you need to only come to me. Got it? He's gonna slap him. He's gonna slap his ass. There are a couple of torches here. I guess you need all the light you can get up here in the mountains. Yeah, I was looking at those things, pal. It looks like they put it pretty recently. Recently? How recently are we talking about? As recent as the night of the murder. Oh, he was training you on the night of the murder. Not unreasonable to think these things were lit at the time, I guess. Oh, look at the broom. Anything else? Ooh. Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. And it's an almost perfect rectangle. It could have happened naturally. Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No, that was you, huh? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. That wasn't the police. Then who did it? Oh yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Just between the three of us, okay? What is it? It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it? Understood. Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see. I was so disappointed I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got so much trouble when I left it on the couch. Is that it? That's it! Yeah! Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. Although I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. Maybe there were mattresses all over it and then, you know, they burnt them. Like they got rid of them. Anything else around here? Don't seem like it. Right, let's get talking. So how's the Inner Temple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world working in this place. Forensic team? And what was the outcome of the scientific study? Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle. That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that? Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. That stone lantern and the surrounding area, it's not covered in snow, correct? Oh, sorry. They look kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys looking them over. The results were... it's kind of hard to say, actually. I guess I better look into myself. Oh, whoops.
So, about Maya. Oh, did Mr. Goodell tell you yet? Yep, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her, but there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on the Sandusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Irons for defendant over here. We'll just have to wait, since she's the only one who can open the door to the Sacred Cavern. Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? Wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news from when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down I felt like I was drowning. That sounds pleasant. Yes, so these letters are written in blood. Yeah, what's worse is it's the victim's blood. Huh? Is this Mr. Nim's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal. Huh, most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down? You know what? That was really bothering me too. I just came up with the answer, the result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Really? Do tell. Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Nim wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. You must be joking! That's impossible! From the writing of the victim's blood and the upper clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the seat of Miss Elise Denham's murder. At least that's what our current theory on how the events took place, pal. What? So Mr. Denham was killed here? However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then, what Sister Bikini saw in the code at the temple was... Well, what was it? It wasn't a scene of the crime. What did we see? What do you think, Miss Von Carm? Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing... But wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the upper clothes here. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not? How quickly you forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out. I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff before, pal. Can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. This really was the scene of the crime. I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. Huh. It was like a circus day in court. All thanks to this little sketch. At the risk of repeating myself, you really ought to choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright. Okay, I know Larry's a bit out there, but he genuinely wants to help Iris, I'm sure of that. He wouldn't have produced this for no good reason. You're nothing more than a marshmallow on the inside, the both of you. Well, you didn't call me a fool, at least. Why do you make up this photo of the scene? It's really gruesome, all I gotta say is that the killer's messed up in the head. But it turns out that Chichishito thing wasn't even a murder weapon. So then, why would someone stab the victim like that? It's the mystery we're here to solve. Huh. Go back to the bridge real quick and maybe Heavenly Hall. Looks like no one's here. Larry! Maurice! Oh, sure, I'd be hiding here. I guess I'll try again later. Look at this graffiti scrawled right in the front of the shack. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When I really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. That stuff is really ruining the atmosphere around here. It's so inappropriate. Like Sister Bikini to Bikini. Ugh. Ah, I gotta think of the kittens. Think of the kittens. Think of the kittens. Think of the kittens. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Snow's really piled up on the store roof. It's otherworldly, like something out of a fairy tale. Well, roof part anyway. Sign says Heavenly Hall. I guess it's pretty fitting. If you spend a night in this little freezing shack, you'll probably find yourself at the pearly gates by morning. Fucking dead. That's a tiny pier. This is the famous Eagle River. I got to try out its rough rapids the other night. They say it has a really strong current, and they weren't kidding. It's both powerful and fast flowing. I was dead lucky. I mean, lucky not to be dead. That's Dusky Bridge up there. It's amazing how clearly you can see it from so far away. I supposedly saw everything through the shack's window. Not much light gets down here, so it must be pitch black at night. But this area is probably illuminated at night because of the burning bridge above. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright! Iris! Oh, I'm glad to see you. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him, we've got to hurry up and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, it's my fault someone's not bothered to use locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright, let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Wait, Edgeworth! I'm coming with you guys! Sorry, Wright, I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Faye's in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth! If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, Wright. Well, it's Mr. Wright! All that matters that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now, excuse us. For fuck's sake! Yeah! This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't you? There are other things that demand your attention. He's right. Thanks for reminding me. Hey, ma'am. This bikini looks like she shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? Oh my. Hello, you two. How are you doing? Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. From the sound of that side, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. You talking about Edgeworth? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. Poor Iris, she was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Bluesuit doesn't even seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Ah! Oh, yeah, you did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular. Ow. You two are the only ones who said that to me. Can't shake the feeling that it just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. It's time to break those psych locks of hers. Is it time already? It is time already. It is party time. Alright. Yo, yo, yo! Sister Bikini, truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Mr. Lisa Nim had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mr. Grease was an author just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Mr. Nim's true identity. Of course. I didn't know why it didn't hit me before. Your heart, it's impure. It's riddled with wickedness and fallacies. Huh? You've got a funny idea. What? True identity. Oh yeah. Fucking talisman. Mr. Nim had this charm of her all the times. Ah, where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then... What do you figure is, Mr. Wright? Well, what could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops. This thing speaks volumes about Mr. Nim's, who Mr. Nim really was. This talisman and the other item unequivocally prove her true identity. What other item? What other item? I guess her staff? I guess the staff? Think about buying more of those charms we sell you, Mr. Huh? Oh, do I show the orb now? Huh. What other item then? Is it the hood? What other item then? Is it a scroll? Can it be the scroll? Can it? It's a funny charm! Another item to prove our identity. Not the staff, not the hood either. Is it this one? Nah. What could be a true identity then? What does this image have to do with anything? Another item proof for identity. What? Is it really our photo? No. Proof of its true identity. What the fuck? Okay, but how? Painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the Master of Crane channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of the honorable title. The very same crest. Oh, I didn't look at the fucking talisman properly. Ah! This crest is reserved for the Master of Kurain. Who on earth told you, Dunce? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? What? You mean that Acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yep. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya's Misty-faced sole successor. Mystic Misty! That was fast. Huh. Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Crane talisman is a symbol of the Master of Crane. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death. So Elise Dunham was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Faye, the master of the Crane channeling technique. Huh, the truth comes out at last. Looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... What's happening? It can't be. Earthquake! Ah! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of trouble might... The inner temple? There's like a cavern in the training hall, it might very well cave in! What? Maya! Didn't they say it's isolated? It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing, let's go! What? Where? To the inner temple, of course, what else? Sister Bikini will finish this later, alright? Oh, of course, we run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Shit. Come on then, Felix, right? They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. You look worried. Are you thinking about Mount Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. Right. Ah! What are you doing here? How could I have? How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Ow! Why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No! Defendant Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? So, it was just now, doing the, This sea edge was one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. Should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. Can't believe I let it happen. Right at the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her, and we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth, have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous, why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the earthquake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right? Let's not waste any more time. We need to get there to the training hall sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in, but what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. Huh? Huh? How can there be even more locks? But what is the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me what the hell's going on! Yay, saving! My favorite. Area 9 Inner Temple Training Hall. Right? Is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, but trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I am afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cabin was in danger, having an Iris escaped, I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. They say that you can't undo the new locks. Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're the one to talk with your face all green. Well, it's Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous, I'm perfectly... Yeah. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. It's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Ugh. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Goodbye! Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner in the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. What the fuck are you doing? Why didn't you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried, I had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cabin was alright, but... But what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cabin's door and... Huh. Who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Crane tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the one who set these locks. I didn't think it's that simple, Franziska von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does it mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Yeah, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if it went through every combination with each one, I could remove them, but... It would take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day?! Let's take a sip. Well, it's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. Got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the night of the incident. But you were seen at that same evening at the inner temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple too. Being spotted at both the Hazakura Temple and in the inner temple. It's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Let's give it a shot. At least let me see the first question. Now the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. You still claim that to be the truth. Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else the night of the murder. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. Her testimony in court today was very clear. Well, I was helping an acolyte for training in your temple, but well, you went back like that violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to her temple. Sorry. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the Dina Temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I couldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and Dina Temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 PM, I think. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40 PM, but what you say doesn't add up with this. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right. I remember. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Dina Temple. And second, at the exact same time you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent possibility. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. And I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? Only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's one more of me. More than one of me. Larry Scotch? That's right. When you said there was another me, I kind of expected someone who looked like me, you know? Oh. Never mind. Not that one, I guess. It proves there's one more of you. Who looks very close to you? There's more than one of you. More than one of her? I don't think I have it. Something that shows that there's more than one of her. Never mind.
This could show some irrefutable evidence. It's more than one of you. I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. The logs, that's that. Scroll shows a picture, yeah. Why would anyone covered in gravy? When I was here earlier, there was only one lock, but now there's 5 of them. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cabin. I've never seen locks quite like these before. I have. There's psych locks. Let me check the garden real quick. Cops are still combing the place. I'm pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gonna be a tough job. Oh hey, especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. I could have done that. Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edward? Ugh. Hey, don't you dare run away! What you want, Wright? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to just hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the CAD, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning the iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Go on. You guys are putting a lot of effort into this investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. You would mean because of the writing on blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you couldn't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So I still you haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes? No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school. Edward found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big earthquake that hit the courthouse. And then his father got shot. Yes, I was stuck nearly with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out, that's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think that I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright, there's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Sure, if you're stronger than you think, so no more of a self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the criminal affairs department to look after a file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. Can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of evidence that solves this crime. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew.
Apparently, I was taken by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me, Edward went back to the criminal's past department to look up some stuff on her. I should ask him what he's found. I already did. Huh. Our prosecutor. Well. Get that piece of filth out of my face. You're still mad, huh, Edgeworth? I know a thing or two about Larry Butts, just like you. We both know he likes to act up, but this, even he couldn't make something like this up. This is what he drew, and this is what we saw. What he saw. It's unbelievable as it may seem. I know, that's what I think too. Every single time I see that guy, he's up in it to his neck. I knew it, Edgeworth's still mad as a hornet, Larry. Iris gave this to you, didn't she? Yeah, and it really works. It helped my fever go down quick, I'm sure of it. So you say, but your face is as white as a sheet and sweat is running down your cheek. Anyway, it seems to me like there's something going on between the two of you. Actually, I don't know exactly why, but there's something about Iris that just tugs at me. Can't figure out whether I feel like I know her or don't know her at all. It's really weird. Huh. I need to find something. Finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can't count on Iris to break those logs, so I should try to gather more clues. Just a bikini, Edgeworth, gumshoe, and pearls. Yeah, speaking of pearls, where the fuck is she at? It's weird that there's no one around it all of a sudden. Sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all up on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check on the shack. Check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there again. Check the not shack. Oh wait, wrong. Fuck. Check the nut shack. Ow, Mr. Nick! Pearls! What are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. What do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, it's the loser's shack, where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? It's the Weenie Hut! It's the Weenie Hut Jr. Hey, we can count confident in each other's failures, okay? You got problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larry did a picture of me. That's, great, Pearls. We're going to give a firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire, so stay out of the way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over something becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Fucking Larry, man. I'm gonna shank you. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Yeah. I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearls, two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I going to do with this guy? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Laurice... Aww. Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of Rellery things he saw. Oh fuck. I was half asleep, but I was wide awake after lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. It looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. Hey, what's with the look of doubt in your face? Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Mr. Nim's room reading a book together. But Mr. Nim was murdered and you, Pearls, were in the temple. Yeah. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Oh, for fuck's sake! What is it with you people? Oh shit! I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power, it has disappeared. What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your powers disappeared, Pearls? Yeah. It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here towards the Kuro Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps. Yeah. Way to go, Nick, you made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Just as I thought, I'm going to have to break her psych locks to get the truth out of her. Well, I'll leave y'all to cry for a sec. Gumshoe here? Wonder if Sister Bikini's back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is her type. Oof. Oh god, she's shaking. Well, what's the damage? How was the Sacred Cavern? It looks like it survived. But we have a bigger problem now. Just Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the Sacred Cavern. But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Crane tradition. We have Iris at the Sacred Cavern trying her best to open them for us now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yeah, you were telling me how the Master of Crane disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Elise... No, I mean Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said... Someone is trying to destroy the Crane tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line? There's only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Crane, and her daughters the main family. All other mediums become branch family members, but no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. It's the Yakuza! The power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Apparently. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yep, I do. It's been 2 years since I met Maya, and that time I've seen her channel the spirits of like the dead plenty times. Doing the Master Mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Crane technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you to be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Oh, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake. Mistake? What mistake? Well, 17 years ago, that's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. The DL6 incident! Well, before that, actually, no. I'm sure the records of it exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. What's called... Oh, what's the DL6 incident? That's the name of the file. The DL6 incident? I knew it. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah! That's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney of that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history that the police has ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer.
And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world has ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Korean village. Everyone judged her, everyone said Misty's power were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth! Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all! Of course it wasn't, and since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition has started to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan... Does she mean Maya? Family feud. The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood. Maya told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with the spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. Huh. The main family's bloodline seems directly from Mystic Army. But with each generation, only one daughter becomes a new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course, she became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life in the process. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, and she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master's seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. That fucking bitch. Morgan? That's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Crane Village. What she did was terrible. It was also all she could make her own daughter the next master. Oh yeah, she pinned the fucking murder on Maya. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? But Iris is... Mystic Morgan's daughter... What? Iris is what? She kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yeah, Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. You jest. That child, she's Mystic Morgan's? I had no idea. Mystic Morgan, but she's in prison now, isn't she? Yep. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, what? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic... Twin sister? Dahlia? What? The twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Crane's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris is a twin sister...
Could it be... could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. Jeweler. Wake up, Valorant is calling? How about... Fuck yourself, what? Dom, what happened to you that you're playing Valorant? What the fuck? Also, I can't play Valorant because Vanguard doesn't run on Linux. XD. I literally can't play it, not that I ever want to again. Fucking Valorant, what happened to you, man? Man's washed now. All the washed CS players go to Valorant. And Overwatch players, ironically. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearl had 2 older sisters, huh? Valve removing Anubis for overpass, so? Map rotations always fucking happen. And me decaying so long you didn't get Season 2 medal? Well, that's on you, I guess. That's kind of on you, I have to say, the unfortunate part. I mean, I also won't get it because I didn't win 13 matches, 25 matches, or got the fucking ranking, but that's whatever. Ends on vacation. Oh, you were on vacation. That's unfortunate. Yeah, but I don't know. You know, map rotations are map rotations. Just how it is. You know, Cash is still gone. I still miss Season. I want to play Season again, but here we are. Season's still dead since Operation Bloodhound, which was like 6 years ago. 10 years ago, actually. What the fuck? No, Bloodhound's like 10 years ago, roughly. What the fuck? Why is that woman called Bikini? Yes. Well, yeah, I think Bloodhound was the last time Season was in the map pool, right? Yeah, it must have been. Same with Resort. Resort was pretty cool. I never got into Resort that much, but it was a fun map. But then again, Bloodhound was when I started playing CS, so I kinda like wasn't as good. Pretending like I am good now, lol. I mean, I am okay. I am okay at the game. I have to admit. But yeah, like yeah, fucking Resort as well, man. I miss that map. I wish I would have learned that map a bit more. Oh well. Was Vanguard end of 2016? No, I could have sworn Season and Bloodhound were in Season and Resort were in Bloodhound as well. I vigorously remember playing Season. So Bloodhound must have been like 2017. So a teensy bit later then. Because I know I don't have a Vanguard medal. I did not buy the Bloodhound one because I was broke at the time and I was like a little teensy ass child who didn't know about Counter-Strike microtransactions. I know I got the one afterwards, but that was Wildfire. That was Wildfire. Then you know, all the other shit happened. But no, Bloodhound was around 2016, wasn't it? Vanguard was like way before that. Vanguard was because I remember starting in 2015, 2016. Ah, whatever. Actually, I think I started in 2016. Ah, whatever. What the fuck? No, it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. Was able to break free of the bars that confined her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Iris is a twin sister. That's really all I know about her. That and the fact that she was taken away from her mother by a jeweler father. I don't have any idea what... Probably have... Yeah, Bloodhound will end in 2016. See, I was right.
It wasn't Vanguard as well. Yeah, I didn't play on Vanguard though. What she's doing now? Oh yeah, she's in prison. Is anyone in the courtyard? Looks like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Uh-oh. No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me, no motive, no crime. Actually missing most is Black Gold. I played Black Gold twice. Twice. That was the oil rig, right? Yeah, I played it twice. But I didn't like it. Then again, I had one of the worst matches ever on there. I had one of the worst matches ever on there. Because like 3 of my teammates went like 0-16. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like we literally lost 0-16 and 3 of my teammates were 0-16. I was like, what the fuck, man? What is happening here? I think I had like 10 kills at the end of it. But that was literally like the worst match of Counter-Strike I ever had. Oh, and 16. For fuck's sake. It's 0 and 16. It's 0 and 16. Sorry. But yeah, like 3 of my teammates just like never got a singular kill. I got like 10, and we obviously got completely fucking ham-fisted. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room in Korean. Whoop, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. Sounds lovely. It was a lovely, as I said, worst match I ever had during like the first year I ever played CS. So, you know, at least I got that out of the way. I would have guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Every case is gonna be a... Oh my god, now I get it. Every little case is gonna be a... Hey, pal! Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? Yeah, I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find a real murder weapon. A real murder weapon? That Bob Todd thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It took me a while. Yeah, because I don't listen to reggae. I don't even know that. So I literally know only... That's the... Like... That part is the only part I know about that fucking Bob Marley song. I think it was Bob Marley, right? I don't fucking know, man. That's like the only raggy person I know is Bob Marley, that's it. So I don't fucking know. It's not my type of music. Unless, I guess, unless you count Skindred, but, you know. That's only like 2 songs as well. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Give me that. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal. But I guess that can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. Yeah, we know that. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't want to find Maya down that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we going to face here? You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What did he mean by that? What does he mean by that? About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find a murder weapon. And all I find is some burned up old letter. Be careful, as soon as you heat the light, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Huh? Burned up old letter? Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it! I knew I wasn't imagining it!
There was snow in the incinerator when I first saw it. But now it was used. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to look at it. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. But it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? It's got to be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. Be careful, once nightfall should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is King. She is all the... Oh, here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burn the letter, also make sure to tell to make tell me what about it. Okay. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. For fuck's sake, Morgan! Once night falls, should be there. He should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is... She's our ally. The whole can't read that. Here's a picture of her, use it when you channel her. You know you can do it. Once this is... Burn V also... Bravely roast the master in the fires of Hades. Weird. So what do you know about the murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't a Tsuchishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yep, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. Well, let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's a secret weapon of yours? You wanna know? You've got to think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? Nope, I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector! Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a shot? Oh no. Should detective gumshoe on or not? Yeah, sure. Go on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget, the absolute best. It's so sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high-tech you could skydive off it. Oh, brother. So, now I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible to read murder weapons around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first let's turn the detector on. There's a sound of a metal detector signal bouncing off to something metallic. Next, move the detector around and give this core a good look-see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you've hit on something metallic. And when that happens, press button to give the area a good, clean. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Let me guess. Looks like there's something buried around the ground here. Don't touch that, pal. Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People set them out to catch us detectives. They're really nasty. A trap for detectives? You mean like those fierce traps with sharp teeth that are supposed to snack your leg? Yeah, those. I got my finger caught in one of those once. Your finger? There was this bit of cheese and it looked so tasty and I reached out and... That's a mouse trap, you fool. I'm not sure I know how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that. But I want to touch it! Oh yeah, that's obviously a statue. What's a real murder weapon, pal? Yeah, I know, I just thought I'd check it anyway. Oh yeah, that reminds me, do you know anything about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Yeah, I said something about that. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading if I had not joined the homicide division? You think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do, I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. There's something to be said about the human value of Gumshoe as a Blue Badger. Look, a ladder! It's a step ladder. What's the difference? Looks like a normal ladder to me, pal. Surely everyone knows the difference. I mean, they're pretty ordinary objects. I've met plenty of guys like you, always picking on the smallest details. The vegetable store guy near my place does it all the time. He even corrects me when I ask for a head of lettuce. That's a cabbage, he says. I'm telling you, they're the same exact thing. No, they're not. They're completely different. You have to plant both of them firmly in the ground before they can grow, don't you? Listen, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Otherwise, you can miss a really important clue. That's advice from the pro, pal. And last person advice from this guy in front of me. Ha! I got the achievement to investigate every single ladder in the video game trilogy. It's a pair of skis. Nothing useful for a case here. I'm actually pretty good on skis, you know, pal. I just love to fly down the slopes with my coat fluttering in the wind. Really? I had no idea. How good are you then? Well, I'm better on skis than I am on skates, but not as good as when I'm on the snowboard. That's a pretty detailed answer. Oh, but you know what I'm best at? Making mashed potatoes and gravy. Showing every step. Carrie, why are you always just like randomly appearing with these bangers? Also, hi, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. You just always like pop out of nowhere with a banger. It's crazy. It's losing it. Must be the altitude. We better get back to the investigation. Ooh, there's a thingy here. This looks like a wallet? Aha! That's where it's been. Is that yours, detective? I'm always dropping it, so I put a bell on it. But you still dropped it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet's completely empty. Well, I dropped it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore. Huh? And how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Man, what the fuck, detective? Oh. Hey, I found a dollar coin. Huh? Money? You find money, you have to turn it into the police or detective. The owner doesn't come forward within 6 months, you get to keep 10%. The other 90% goes to, the police department. Don't get so close to me, detective. Give me some space, will you? Here's the coin. You happy now? I definitely made the right decision becoming a detective. Yikes, talk about a serious case of denial. What's this, a pen? Hey, I've been looking all over that, pal. Huh? It's yours? Yeah, my old man gave it to me when I qualified as a detective. He taught me to be good for sticking in suspects' faces. It makes the detective sounds really nasty. My dream to stick it in your face one day, right? Don't go losing it. This is Miss Dunham's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. But the detective's reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, right? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. There's no point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it. It's weird this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the... Oopsie! Ah! The top is coming off! Look what you've done! You've damaged a really important piece of evidence! No, it's a fucking cane sword, isn't it? It's a cane sword! That's a sword? Inside the staff? Could it be... the murder weapon? Holy! I never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. I call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. Or a cane sword, depends who you're asking. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword. Or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. The real scene of the crime is in the inner temple garden. Then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. Doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess it isn't a murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. Got the same length as the Shichishito, too. This must be a murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Every gate is gonna be airtight. Get back here, asshole. Wait up, detective. What is it, pal? I'm pretty busy with guy right now, you know. You're going to get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? What are you talking about, pal? Please, just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? Oh no, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think? Maya's been please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. Sure, looking kind of ridden over there. Okay, just stop with that face, pal. One thing though, just that secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry, she'll be fine. Gumshoe? You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure. No, thanks. I can't help but wonder, though. What was at least Denim doing with a staff like this in the first place? Hey, what's poppin'? I was expecting Larry and Pertz to be here. Guess they must have gone to collect firewood. Suppose I have to check back later. Fuck! Nothing strange about this incinerator. I'm sure there was snow on it for the first time I saw that, and the door's open. Someone burning something, that's for sure. A shame there isn't a trace of what's left inside. Well, there is, luckily. Oh yeah, Hey Edgeworth, did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Name is Dahlia Hoffman, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? Yeah. You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hoffman. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was the key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. Ooh, sorry. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hoffman, to keep her from talking. Well, half-sister apparently. Her sister? Well, her stepsister actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh. This is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Can you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hoffman is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to the historian, so to speak. What? What do you mean by Dahlia Hoffman is dead, Edgeworth? Right, I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hoffman was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey! At the time, Dahlia... It's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed... Last month! Executed? I'm sure it's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case, but she is! And once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? Huh, I wonder. Seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hoffman's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Karain village Karain channeling technique. You say Karain channeling technique? You know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped. Oh yeah, and that's when I called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her pals, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth? At the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 case file and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the current channeling technique is real. Well... Can I even get to the case file? Can I even get to the, I could tell her, but she probably have a coronary and a half. Okay, I see. What if I ask you about Dahlia? Never mind. Literally just the same sprite recolored. Boy howdy. Nothing here. Anything in the garden? Oh yeah, so about this funny letter, right? Okay, fine. You won't know shit about this, I guess. Oh, yeah, the cane sword. Okay, maybe I shouldn't tell him. To the training hall. So hey, do you have a twin sister by chance? Never mind. Fine. There's no one here. Okay. Do I have to show something to someone? Who do I have to show what to? I was kinda hoping to find the fellas, but... You know nothing about the letter, right? No, I... 06 incidents. Courtyard was just Gumshoe, right there. Courtyard was just Gumshoe. Never mind. I've seen this lady someplace before. Isn't she that jaw-droppingly large strawberry dessert woman? Oh yeah, she's Profate's mother, right? That's right. She was involved in that incident in Village last year, wasn't she? Hey! She was the one who did it! Why doesn't he think his whole thought through before opening his mouth? Yeah, that was the one ugly case, huh, pal? Was? Oh no. The more we look at this case, the more I feel like that one never ended. She's locked up safe in solitary confinement at the detention center, though. At least we can rule her out of this case. Can we know? Can we know? The kill of our own weapon. I guess so, and there's something else that's bothering me too. Oh, what's that, pal? Miss Indian was an author and an illustrator, right? So, what was she doing carrying a sword around with her? That's a good question, and there's gotta be a good answer to it, I guess. Good luck finding it, pal! Beginning to see why he receives the salary he does. Hmm. Still out here, I guess. Oh, still out here. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Already talked about this. I was fine letter. Damn it. Know anything about this ball? No. About the sketch. Never mind. Aww. Seems Pearl was trapped on the side of the river on the night of the murder. Did she tell you anything? Listen, Wright. She's just a kid. I can't force things out of her. You'll have to be the one to find out what she knows. Damn it! He's something of a legend, I hear. Don't say like you don't know anything about him. Tell me what you know. It's a bit strange, actually. If it really was anything special, I should have heard about him by now. I'm always well informed about the rookies coming into the prosecutor's office, you know. Then you mean... he isn't anything special? Should already know the answer to that. Although... there's one other possibility. What's that? He could have come into the profession from a different channel. A different channel? There's more than one way to become a prosecutor, right? Perhaps he started off as a defense attorney, but decided it wasn't for him. Defense attorney? I didn't know you could just switch sides like that. Oh, no, my affair very well. But it seems to me that the girl's always landing herself in trouble. Seems to me that you know her better than you think. I just sincerely hope she's going to be alright. One of the biggest names in the world of law, I'm sure you'll agree. For better or for worse, we were all destined to meet once in her courtroom. It was the first time for the both of us, both noses, head to head. I can remember how downhearted I felt after that trial ended the way it did. I wonder if Mia felt the same way too. Oh yeah. Another victim you know nothing about, same as always. I hope you'll tell me if you know anything about her mystery woman, Wright. I know that at least Dylan was no ordinary visitor to the temple, but her true identity could be a useful weapon for the defense, and I can't give that away just like that. I suppose you've noticed that Maya's name is written on this lantern. It's pretty hard to miss, you know. It's written in Miss Denham's blood. She was probably forced up against the lantern by the killer. Then with her back against the lantern, she wrote that name with her finger. That's why it's written upside down. You think the victim wrote it herself? Isn't that the obvious conclusion? But why would she write Maya's name? I don't think that's something I want to discuss with you. What? I must have cleared it away. Whatever explanation is there. Of course, I played the part What If. I played the What If game as well. But when I asked our trusty bungler, Detective Gumshoe, he said it wasn't him. I suppose Edward has a point. Whoever cleared the snow, I must have had a reason to do so. I just can't imagine what the reason could be. Charm? Belong to the victim, we're sure of that now. It's going to be the evidence when once the investigation is over. So hands off, right? You didn't tell me that. Well, our dear friend Larry just tried to steal it when no one was looking. You probably just want something to remember his teeth to buy. Little ant, little statue. Oh yeah. There's just one thing that's troubling me. Everything else is frozen. It's covered in snow, frozen over. But the ice in this bowl has been broken by someone. Maybe one of the detective washed their face in it or something. Don't predict this, right? No detective would be that careless at the crime scene. He's really angry. I bet I'll tell you what Gumshoe's salary's gonna pay. Or just a unique flame variety. I guess you'll need them, yeah. Probably Detective Gumshoe, they were the night of the murder. Well, Maya was training up here, so there's nothing strange about that. Except, apparently, they don't light these torches for training sessions. Huh? I heard that too much light isn't conducive to spiritual training. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. So someone lit them on purpose. Huh. Let me see if I can... Let me see if I can try. Yep. Because she saw you when you were doing the murder thingy. Get fucked. And also, you lied yourself to the corner. There were two of you. Lol. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? That's right. Dahlia Harfin. I know a woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yep, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder was your twin sister, Dahlia Harfin. But you said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Ah! Cook that fraud. Why'd that hit me? I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted in the temple, I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. This is as suspected. The Iris and Sister Bikini saw it in the temple on the night of the murder. Was Dahlia Harfin? Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? Betrayal. You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It's what started her down a twisted path. Wait. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father, that's awful. But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? Alright, tell me. What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Her mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was said to inherit order as next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Karain. That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother. Before long, the credibility of the Karain tradition hit rock bottom. The master, Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came into our Sakura temple? Yeah, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in this new family, you see. Oh. And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. I think I'll finally begin to see how the pieces fit together. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fey clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Harfin poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. Whoa! I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There is still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl Psych Lock. Because Dahlia was channeled through pearls. Dahlia was channeled through pearls. Dahlia was channeled through pearls. Knock, knock, Pearls! Look at that, they really made a fire right in the middle of right in front of the shack. Oh, Mr. Nick. You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearl's deciding. Right, ma'am? Time to get wrecked! After dinner on the night of the murder, you were... yeah. Something else had to go instead. The person went to the... Pearls. One night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? You went to the inner... temple. You weren't here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still going to open up against me. This is why you went, because you were so worried, right? And the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this. To channel Dahlia Hoffman. Nothing to worry about right now, actually. Your face had a really strange color. Wow, fuck you! Okay, I'll die from pneumonia. One more thing, because the person never went to it because he was too worried about something or someone else. When you just concerned about... oh yeah, maybe you were just concerned about Maya. Because she knew of the murder ploy! It's obvious that he was so worried about Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course. Oh, yes, blame me if you die. Just Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at her inner temple. And we're clear now that you went to the inner temple at night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. Oh. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow that I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Until after 10? How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. She heard the lights out bell? The Hazakura Temple's bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reasons you were because of this. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Where did you... In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls, your family has a terrible history of burning shit in an incinerator. You were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Dick, you're amazing. These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me? No. As you can see, a large portion has been burned, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author's note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. It was Dahlia Hoffman, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Yeah. Just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris's sister Bikini met at the inner temple at night. It was Dahlia Hoffman. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hoffman was? No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading these instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So there's my next question. Who wrote the set of instructions for you to follow? It's this fucking bitch! Pearls, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the latter regardless. Why? Because it was your mother who asked you. That's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Alright, Pearls. It's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, What's she holding back from me? I don't like this. Oh, underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? You're trying to say I followed these instructions. I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out these instructions. I guess I have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right, there's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it! However, I didn't know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How did you know that? Couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you were given, but you misunderstood some words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Hang on. Here's a picture of use it when you're child. I know you can do it. It's a scroll. It was used by the gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? What? Why would I do something like that? Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition? Well, you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Mr. Dunham on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Oh! Sure, Miss Lim taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing and I couldn't even do it right. Got him! After dinner that night, I did go to Vienna Temple, with a pot full of the leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture on a hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the massive crane like it said in the letter. I see. What then? Well, I was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow, so I went to the inner temple guest area. Guest area? Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then, Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Alright, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, pal. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, when you found yourself trapped in... Then you find yourself trapped in a temple. Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one at the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy and let off some steam by chucking the gravy in a scroll while you cried. Must have been pretty bad for you, pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school too. Don't equate something to trivial of her experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must chant her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia Hoffman's spirit? No. I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it? I never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let them get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying from the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. So why do you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. But who? Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yeah, but it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick. Shut up. That would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hoffman. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. Huh. This letter, I definitely need to find out more about it. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me, the time is from waiting for us come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully and I'll tell you where the letter is hidden. Aren't these conversations monitored? Mama's always nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, Mom's will do anything for the kids, right? Shut up. She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? I guess so, yeah. And what's a picture with a letter too? A picture? Of Miss Dahlia Hoffman. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time... Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before. Someone had opened it already? Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother's watching over us. So I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright. Look at that innocent smile on her face. She doesn't know Morgan wanted to kill Maya. What was it so to say to her? Huh. Huh. Finally figured it out, have you, Trite? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot! The entrance to the sacred cabin looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on! Huh. What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow, once and for all. Oh boy, he must want mask. Mr. Nick, is what that man just said true? It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Myers is alive. You'll just see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's alright. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. Fuck. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child, my Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Fuck off. No, Maya's life, don't worry about it. Shorty. Well. But because I can tell this is gonna be one nightmare of a court case, we are going to leave it for tonight. Because once I start this, I am not going to like end. Once I start it, I'm not going to end it. And I know it's gonna be a long one, so I'm not subjecting myself to that tonight. I am not mentally prepared for this. But yeah, we'll do that next time. So that was Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations for tonight. Next week's gonna be the grand finale of this entire series. The grand finale. So, be there or be square, you fools. But yeah, I hope to see you again. And until then, don't die. Joe versus Sue. What do you mean so soon? We have like, you know, we have one entire court case to go, and that's probably like 3 hours long or some shit. But yeah, bye.